Welcome back to another episode. Today, I want to talk to you about social media. A lot of us are on social media, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, wherever it may be. And, the tips on how to use it effectively and things to watch out for because social media can be a great tool for you to explore, to learn, but it also can be very harmful if you are not paying attention to the cues that you need to be, okay? So for those that don't know, I am Michelle Atoka. I am the owner of Be Active Live Better, an online fitness studio. We pivoted during pandemic, and I have this podcast that I love coming on and just sharing knowledge and empowering women to live their best life. So thanks so much for tuning in. Now let's talk about what social media, right? Like I talked a bit about, the sources, but it's not just online. It's also magazines, okay? Let's take, for example, you're walking through the grocery store, you're cashing out, you're putting your groceries on the belt, and you look over and there's a fitness magazine or a social media magazine about Hollywood. And there's someone plastered on the cover and they're in a swimsuit and they had their third kid and they have rockin' abs. And you're like, what the? Like, how does that happen, right? So as a child, if you were living in the, 80s up until now, you're growing up in that era, you're like, wow, you have a lot of people that you're looking up to who kind of seem unattainable, all right? You have to remember, these people, these stars, they have trainers, they have cooks, they have everyone working for them, okay? They have someone telling them what to do every second of the day, okay? So if you have someone that's assisting you every second of the day, yeah, you have time for all that stuff, for working out, for eating well. But again, is that attainable for the everyday person? I'm going to say no, okay? But as a child, you're looking up and you're growing up with these images everywhere. And, it does shape how you view what the perfect body is supposed to look like, okay? Even myself, growing up, becoming a fitness instructor, a personal trainer, you're looking and thinking, wow, like I don't look anything like these ladies and good for them, but like, is that attainable for my clients and for myself? So at an early age, I realized, no, it's not, okay? And what I learned throughout training all these women is that what works for one person doesn't work for everybody else. That is the number one thing I have to tell every client that comes on board is that what I've done for one client may not work for the other person. Okay, it's trial and error, and it has to work with your lifestyle. Goals should be attainable. There'll be something that you achieve, not something that's unattainable. Like, I'm gonna run a marathon and I never ran before, and I'm gonna do it in 5 months. Is that attainable? Maybe not. Okay, so when I help women set goals, these are like mini goals. We start with mini goals. What do you want to achieve this week? What do you want to achieve today? Do you want to, do 20 minutes of walking? Do you want to eat more vegetables? Like, those are attainable goals. Once you landed and established those attainable goals and healthy habits, then you can start making bigger goals. Like, you know what? I want to run a 5K race. Great. Let's start training for that. So it's all about the small mini habits that are going to help you, okay? And where does social media fit into this? Okay, so right now, social media can be very harmful for young women and women like myself, where you're viewing what fitness is supposed to look like, crop tops and mini shorts, and thinking, oh my goodness, like I don't look the same. I don't have the same body. And over time, when you look at these images and you follow people who maybe have genetically an amazing body and good for them, but it doesn't look like you start to get discouraged in your own journey. And that's where the harming comes into play, is that looking at all these bodies that sometimes all look the same and maybe they don't look like you. Maybe they don't have cellulite. Maybe they don't have big legs. Maybe they don't have rolls. Maybe they don't have stretch marks. And you're thinking, I do. I don't look like that in a bikini. Well, the thing with social media nowadays is that we have a lot of filters, right? So what you're seeing on social media may not always be, right, what it is. There's a saying that goes is that don't compare your life to someone's highlights, right? What you see on the cover of Instagram and Facebook and stories and YouTube workouts is someone's best. And maybe you're trying to compare your everyday struggles to their best, but you have to remember everybody has struggles. Everybody. A Hollywood star has struggles, but you don't see it because everyone wants to put their best foot forward on social media. But the thing is, in my opinion, if everyone just was a bit more real, then we wouldn't feel so bad about our life, about our body. And my job is to coach women to empower themselves to live their best life. And how I do that is honoring your own body, okay? You have that body. You're never going to change that body. You get one body, okay? You can make it strong. You can make it fit. You can nourish it. You can enjoy. You can have fun in it. But you're always going to have that body. So if you look in the mirror and you look at that body and you say to yourself, this is what I got. So this is what I got to work with. This is my palette. Now, do I want you to harm your body? No. Do I want you to put unachievable goals to that body? No. Okay? So these are the things I want you to watch out for, because when you're looking at social media, it can be harmful and it can be a great tool if you use it effectively. But these are things I want you to watch out for, the red flags, so to speak. So things like hot girl summer. Now, there's a lot of reels going around on Instagram, not hot girl summer, but hot mom summer. And it's kind of like a comedic relief on, hey, I don't got a hot girl summer body, but I'm going to do whatever I want. I can wear whatever I want. I like where that's going, but why do we have to say I don't care? We do care, and we love the body we're in. There's no excuses around it. We all look different in a bathing suit. Who cares? We all look different. It doesn't have to be, we don't have hot girl summer. We got hot mom summer or hot body summer. Why does it have to be hot? It is, this is my body and I'm going to enjoy it. I want to go to a swimming pool. I'm going to use a swimming suit. That's it. Okay? I like the idea that we are kind of breaking down the hot girl summer, but some of the reels that I've been watching is that, well, I don't have that body, so I'm just going to honor the one I have in a comedic way where it's kind of like insulting the body you have. So you have to watch that. Like, look at your body and know what it's done for you. Are you walking every day? Are you living and breathing? And that's the gratefulness that you should have for that body. And number two, how do you view yourself when you look at these pictures on magazines or these videos on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube? Do you kind of feel disgusted with yourself and think like, oh, I wish I looked like them? Because if you start to feel those feelings and start to negatively talk to yourself, then maybe it's time to cut the social media, okay? Now, when you look at these pictures, are you looking for a way to alter your body? That's the thing. So you look at these pictures and you think, wow, that's great. I want to try this exercise. Perfect. Or do you look at it like, I want to do this to lose weight to look like them? Those are the red flags that you have to say, you know what? No, that's not the right mindset I should have. I should want to use this experts exercises to make myself feel good. Amazing. Because you know what? I love trying new things. That's the way to go about it. If you're looking at someone else's highlights, like I post workout reels, but if you're looking at like, oh, I want to look like her, I want to lose weight and be like her, that's not the mindset. It should be like, hey, I want to try that. I want to get strong. I want to try it. That's the terminology that you should be using. And lastly is that, you know, when you post, I post workout videos. I always ask my female clients, why do you want to work out? And I give them three analogies, okay? These are things that I have accumulated over my years of training many women. And before I actually take on a client, I ask them these thought-provoking questions because I want to know where their mindset's at. Because what I know throughout my experience and in myself as well is that you need to have a positive outlook and mindset around your body, around your goals, around your workouts in order to see success. If you don't have that positive mindset, then whatever you're doing workout-wise or lifestyle-wise, it's never going to stick with it or stick with you because you're always going to look for the quick fix. You don't have the mindset to match the physical effort. Okay, so number one, why you work out? Vanity. If you're working out just to change your body to look like someone else that you see on social media, we need to revisit those goals and dig deep, okay? When I ask someone these questions, I want them not to answer right away. I want them to do their homework and think, why am I working out? If it is for vanity, why? Why do you want to change your body? So it's okay to say, you know what? I want to build my upper body and I want to feel strong and I want to look like I have more muscle on me. That's okay. It's okay to feel like you want to feel sexy. That's okay. But where the problem is where you start comparing to other people that you've seen and maybe it's not attainable or maybe it's just not thought out. Okay, so why? Is it vanity? And dig deep. Number 2 is health. You want to live your best life. That's great, all right? Again, when someone says they come to you for health, what are some things that you struggle with? Why do you want to work out? For the health reasons, but what did you struggle with? And are there other, complications that you want to make sure that you avoid? And number 3, goals. It's okay to say, I want to run a 5K, so I want to hire a trainer, I want to do online fitness class, and I want to get fit. That's all right. You just want to know why. There always is a why underneath all of these reasons. And when you start delayering, okay, so you rip off one Band-Aid, you figure out, okay, yeah, I want to feel sexy. Great. Rip off the next Band-Aid. Why do I want to feel sexy? Well, I want to look good in my clothes. Great. Rip off that Band-Aid. Okay, I want to look good in my clothes, but I want to look good naked. Rip that Band-Aid off. Okay, good. I want to be in the mirror like, hey, I love myself. Great. Rip that off. I was a child who did not like my body. I was bullied. So I want to feel confident and I want my daughter to feel confident. Good. Rip that Band-Aid off. Do you see what I'm going at? It keeps getting deeper and deeper until you feel like, you know what? I feel good. I know why I want to work out. I know why I want to look sexy. I know why I am doing this. Okay? So it always starts with thought-provoking questions. Social media can be an amazing tool to learn about yourself, to find out knowledge, to learn about new exercises, new fitness professionals in the area, new fitness classes, exploring, it's a world wide web. Okay, no pun intended, but you have to use it effectively. So you might be saying to yourself, all right, okay, I get it. Social media, it can be harmful, but what can we really learn from this? So if you have those red flags that I spoke about in the beginning where you're constantly comparing yourself to other people on social media, number 1 is limit, okay? You might have heard of a social detox, and I do it every once in a while, and it's not because I start comparing, it's just that, you know what? It's good to unplug and start getting grounded with yourself and things around you. Because sometimes, even though you don't compare yourself to other people, you start getting sucked into the social hole where it's like you always are on there. What's next? You always want to be better than you were before. And sometimes when that happens, you just have to unplug, pull the cord, and just get reconnected with yourself and the people around you and your blessings. And number 2 is do your research. When you are looking, at fitness classes, whether it's on YouTube, you get some workouts that you love, or it's a personal trainer you start following, or maybe it's a nutritionist, do your research. Are they qualified? Because sometimes people give you unsolicited advice. It's common. We've been doing it for centuries, okay? Whether it's online or Timbuktu at the grocery store telling you, hey, you know what? You gotta do this, okay? Everyone gives advice, and that is okay. You need to identify, are you taking this advice with a grain of salt, or is this a qualified professional that you maybe want to dig deeper in and learn more from, okay? Do your research. Look at their profile. Keep following them. Look at their websites. Who are they? I feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Who are they, and what do they do, okay? Number 3 is look for authenticity. Whenever I'm following someone, whether it be a nutritionist, whether it be a comedian, I always try to look at their real life. Are they authentic? Do they live their life freely? Because sometimes, you can live your life through reels. It's always a fun game, but who are they outside of that? And usually people will post things about their families if they're authentic, or about themselves in their real life being raw, okay? Unfiltered, just living life, and that's what I look for when I follow somebody. I want to know, are they authentic to what they are promoting? They could be promoting health and wellness, but you know what they're saying and what they're pushing and blasting on social media may not be the same behind the scenes. So I kind of feel like if I can find the match between the two, they're the real deal. Okay? And number 4, I do this. Number 4 is, how do you feel when you follow them? When I used to, follow accounts where it was a lot of like vanity, and I started to be like, you know what, I'm not feeling good about myself. Okay, so I started unfollowing them because they weren't in line with my values, and that's okay. It is okay to unfollow someone if they don't line up with your values. That's all right. It's just like someone in your friend zone or an acquaintance or someone you met. If you're not meshing with you, it's okay to say, you know what, we don't have similarities, and it's not to be malicious or mean, but it's you want to be authentic to yourself, and you want to follow accounts that basically make you feel good. When I'm laughing and I follow a lot of accounts where they make me laugh, I love it. Laughter is a medicine for me. Okay, so I always follow, either dancers or comedians that make me giggle, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they make life fun and light, and I love that. Okay, so you need to understand, if you're on social media and you feel negative about yourself and it's just bringing you down, take a social detox or unfollow those people and just clean up your page and clean up what you are using it for. So, I made a conscious effort to use social media effectively, but, time myself being on there. So it's not on there all day. It's purposeful, and it's there for a reason. So if this has helped you, I would love a share, a like, a comment. Let me know what you thought. And if you ever need to reach out or, you want to chat further, there are my social handles on there, and we can touch base and connect. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you found this helpful. And remember, be authentic to you. Make yourself feel good and live your best life. Ciao for now.